So how did you spend your summer vacation? Well, this is what happened to us. Well, after waiting for 2 years, where are we going today?
We're going to Tromsø, Norway, and we're going to ride bikes above the Arctic Circle.
It might be cold, it might be rainy, but we've been waiting so long for this opportunity and we're looking forward to it. So let's get on the road. We've got to head to the airport. So we made it to Newark Airport and we're heading to our gate. Our plane leaves in about 45 minutes. There's the New York City skyline and a bunch of planes lined up. We'll be one of those soon.
What bridge is that over the Hudson River?
I think it's the Verrazano Narrows.
Group number 1, welcome to board of the Blue Lane. Group number 1 for flight 16 to London Heathrow. Please have your passport with your boarding passes ready, please, for boarding.
Here we go.
Yay!
Finally getting on the plane. It's only 45 minutes late. Hope we make our connection in London to our next flight to Oslo. Hello.
What is your seat?
Thank you. Very private, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Jan, how's your seat?
It is exquisite.
So we're on the plane and we got an upgrade to Polaris business class on United, which is pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice.
Pretty darn nice.
Dinner's here. Time to dig in. Well, we landed in London, and I think we missed our connection. So we're headed for our gate and see if our plane's still there. If not, we're gonna wait. At this point, we did miss our connection to Oslo. We finally got a later flight to Oslo, and we checked into an Airbnb to keep our costs down. So it's now July 10th and I'm walking around the city of Oslo, Norway. So what happened? It's a long, long story. Disappointment. So we scheduled a bike tour of the Arctic Coast of Norway 2 years ago. The pandemic happened. So we were very happy to be able to reschedule it this year. A few things happened on the way. The first thing that happened was our flight was delayed out of Newark to London. The second thing that happened is we arrived in London and our connecting flight was already gone. So we were rebooked on British Airways to get to Oslo. And upon arriving in Oslo, we were supposed to collect our baggage and then get on a Norwegian Airlines flight to Tromsø. Here's where the problems really began. Once we were in London, our baggage was lost by the airlines. We waited and we waited. Our luggage never showed up. Nothing that we needed for our tour showed up. So here we are at Airbnb on Sunday, the 10th of July in downtown Oslo. See, the bicycle tour that we had contracted was a self-guided tour. The tour group would take our luggage from town to town. And that wasn't going to happen now because we didn't have anything we needed for our bike tour. Could we have gone out and bought things and made our way to Tromsø with Norwegian Airlines? No. Every flight was oversold between now and next Tuesday. So totally would miss it if we flew. Can we take a bus? The buses were all sold out. Can we take a train? The trains were all sold out. Compounding the problem, Scandinavian Airlines had a strike, and because of that, it filled up all other modes of transportation out of Oslo. It sounds amazing, but that was the case. Maybe we could take an Oslo city bike? Well, it's about 1,200 miles to get to the start of our bicycle tour. We'll never make it. So what are we to do? We're gonna have to go home without taking our bicycle tour. Fortunately, our Airbnb does have a washing machine, and that's pretty tricky. Are we gonna lose out? We're gonna lose our money for the bicycle tour? Yes, we are. But there's nothing we can do about it. Some of the facets of our trip will be in reimbursed to us through our credit card company. But the disappointment is still there. So tomorrow being Monday, we're gonna go shopping, and then we fly back to the US, hopefully, on Wednesday. Today being Sunday, have they found our luggage yet? No. All things in our suitcases are replaceable, and we still have our health. Will we come back here someday to take that trip that we've dreamt about for so long? Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Anyway, we're gonna make the best of our stay in Oslo, and that's it for today. Back to the Airbnb. So my neighbor in this Airbnb just keeps staring out the window. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but it is a mannequin, as you can see. So what I've read on the internet is the unofficial food of Norway is Grandiosa pizza, frozen pizza. Had to buy one on the trip over here, and it's frozen pizza, you know? What are you gonna say? And there's the little tiny washing machine in the bathroom next to the sink. Here's the most interesting place to have a toilet. So when one sits down, and I'm not all that tall, but there's no room. Well, now it's Monday the 11th, and I got notification last night that our bags have arrived to the airport. So I'm gonna take the bus, and I'll be there in about 1 hour.
Have a nice day and a nice trip.
Upon further investigation, Jan's suitcase did arrive, but mine is still lost. Our trip from Oslo back to the US was very eventful, but I'm not going to go into all the details. But here we did end up finally in Newark, New Jersey. Newark Airport and the New York City skyline off in the distance. So today is the 9th day of our ordeal. We're in a hotel in Newark Airport. So now we're going to go rent a car and drive back to our home, then turn in the rental car, and this part of the ordeal will be over. So you ready to go back to the airport and pick up our rental car to drive home?
Oh yes, I am.
Yeah.
Very much ready.
Yeah, it's been quite a trip. Not what we expected, that's for sure.
I think it's been more of a nightmare.
Yes. Well, we have one suitcase. They still haven't located mine. Air train this way. So we just got home finally, and we were feeling rather poorly, so we thought we ought to take COVID test, and this is what happened. Here's the result. We both have the 2 lines, so both Jen and I have COVID. So now my suitcase has been missing for 25 days. We've gotten over COVID, and it's time to move on. I'm still dealing with a credit card company trying to get it reimbursed as they say they would do. Well, that's the end of this story. Well, what did we learn from this trip? Well, things happen that you don't anticipate, and you just have to be flexible and deal with it. And frankly, we're looking forward to many more adventures this summer and beyond, so stay tuned. Back to the Airbnb.